Hey everybody, welcome to My Usual Me and welcome back to Heat, everybody. Okay, so we've done a couple of seasons. Well, we did one season on Heat and then we had some problems with the server that we were on, and then we tried it again about a month and a half, 2 months later, something like that, and we had troubles with the respawning of things again. And because I didn't have a server, I wasn't able to control any of that stuff. And so it didn't get very far. I got about 3 or 4 episodes in, and we stopped it because it wasn't worth the time and the hassle to try to force our way through it. So Heat just had an update, ladies and gentlemen. Heat just had an update. This is update 17, and this update, guys, is called Welcome to the Homestead. Welcome to the Homestead. Grandpa has passed his old farm to you. Help nurture it back to life in the new homestead mode for Heat. Guys, this is a single player version of Heat. So if for those of you who don't do a multiplayer, those of you who don't want PvP, for those of you who just want to build and you just want a single player experience, they've added it to the game. Not only that, they've added 10 different single player versions here. What? I know. Exactly. So what we're going to do right now, guys, you can either, okay, so Homestead is a new single player mode in which you build an amazing farm by day, go to sleep at night. It was inspired by games such as Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley. But we wanted to take it in a different direction, mixing in many survival elements. You can pick from 10 different scenarios, which are described below. Each scenario has a different starting homestead, starting equipment, and some have special conditions. The game saves when you sleep at night. You can load up old saves, and it supports full admin commands. So right there, you can change all your stuff if you want to. Raise your harvest rate, raise up the respawn rate. You can go ahead and you can change the day time. I don't know exactly what the admin commands will be, but we'll check that out when we start this up. So we have the 10 different scenarios of this. The first one is that your grandpa was a rancher and he lived on a ranch between Washington and Tombstone. Then we have a forest scenario. Grandpa was a farmer. He lived on a little house on the prairie between Washington and Tombstone. Appalachian scenario. Grandpa was a politician and he had a house near Washington. We have the hills scenario where Grandpa was a homesteader and he had a cabin in the backwoods. We have Grandpa was a hillbilly. He owned a shack in the swamp, don't you know? I guarantee. Grandpa was an adventurer. He had a shack in the jungle. He was a miner. He had a tent in the mountains. He was a native and had a teepee in the desert. He was an outlaw and had a tent in the desert. Or he was a drunkard and he had nothing. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. And on the multiplayer side of things, they're going to be taking the servers down, rolling them back in order to process the update. They'll be wiping the servers with the update. Community servers can choose whether they wish to wipe or not. They merged some of the official servers to encourage players on the same servers. So obviously they haven't had a lot of people playing. Sales are probably down. They said, you know what, let's go ahead and give them single player. I think it's a great idea. But a great idea is a great idea, but how well is it going to perform? We don't know. But first of all, guys, we got to check out what exactly are the variables on the Homestead version here. So the plains here, you start off with $500 with a 25% sale tax and 4 acres. It says structures a timber house. I don't know if they automatically give you that house. I'm assuming they do, because Grandpa had it already, right? So you start off with this stuff: timber house, bed, shopping bin, repair bench, stove, bathtub, stash, wind pump, stone hoe. Okay, there's all starting tools, starting items. There's a lot here, guys. So I'm not going to name it all off. With the forest, you start off with $250, 25% sales tax, 4 acres, and a log house. Let's see, Appalachia. Is that right? Is that next? Yeah, Appalachia. $250, 25% sales tax, 2 acres, and a timber house. The hills, you get $100. It's 25% sales tax and 1 acre and a log cabin. The swamp, you start off with $50, 30% sales tax and 2 acres and a stick shack. The tropics give you $25, 30%, 2 acres and a clay house. The mountains give you $5, and that's all, really. Oh, you have a tent on 2 acres and 40% sales tax. Okay. The desert gives you the teepee, 2 acres and 0 cash, but 0% sales tax. You get a mattress, shopping bin, stone hatchet, copper club, war bow, 50 arrows, and a torch. But you don't have to pay any taxes because you're Native American. Orange Desert, $1,000, 50% sales tax, 1 acre, and a tent. Iron Dagger, revolver, 100 rounds of ammunition, and a torch. And then Freedom, you get 2 cents. You get your 2 cents worth. That's all you get. 50% sales tax. I think it's like basically like you're starting from the beginning of the game like normal. You get a hobo stick, land flag, shopping bin, mattress, torch, cigarettes, flask of whiskey, jar of moonshine. Now it says below is a list of unique changes in the homestead mode. The player has given an energy stat limiting how much physical labor they can perform in a day. Not sure I like that, but it says the player can sleep to save the game, advance to the next morning, and refill their energy. So there, that balances that, so it shouldn't be that hard to fix. Shopping bins exchange each morning. I'm not sure what that means. I guess if you order that day, you won't get your stuff till the next morning. Forest and NPCs grow much slower. You'll need to water your crops every day. Okay. That's a lot if you have a big garden. Goods harvested on unowned land are marked as stolen. Stolen goods are worth very little money. Claiming land has an upfront price, which increases the further you go from your homestead. There is no decay, and no daily taxes are paid for the property. However, spoilage is still part of the game. Increased NPC party size is 25 in scenario mode up from 4. So like in the camps and in the NPC tent camps, they can have up to 25. So you're gonna have like, if you want to go up against a camp, there's gonna be like 25 people, I think. The main menu scenery is much more pleasant. Bleeding debuff is now properly deals damage when it's active. Moving items in the shipping bin input slots are no longer cancel an order. Fixed clothing. Well, there's a lot here, guys. There's a lot here. I'm going to go ahead and let you look at that. You can pause the game. Let me go ahead and scroll up here in a second. Actually, that's all there is right there. So you can just take a look at it. Sleeping girls won't fly away into the sky. Hey, that's good. Plenty of ways to make money. Increase the price of seeds up to 250% of the original values. Wow. Higher tiers of fertilizer, soil soak, and Growmentum are now available in the shipping bin. That's good. Fully watered crops highlighted to turn green because figuring out which shade was bluest was hard. Yeah, it was. Wood buckets can now be crafted on a player without a smithy. Okay. Increase the speed in which you harvest animals. Some harvest damage changes, and some capacity changes, some NPC changes. And food can generally be consumed faster with small items like berries being very fast to consume because you just be popping them in your mouth, right? Okay, I'm pretty excited about this. I don't know what we want to do. Why don't you guys tell me in the comment section? Do you think we should go with the plains, the forest, Appalachia, hills, the swamp, tropics, mountains, red desert, orange desert, or freedom? Which freedom would feel like we were starting, from scratch pretty much, because you start with a hobo stick pretty much in a land flag shipping bin. You don't get all that stuff anyway, as it is when you're starting off with the regular game. So you get a couple extra things. You don't start with any money, in the regular game anyway. Really feels like that's the beginning. So I don't know that we'd even want to bother with that, but we guess we could. But so one of the other 9, most likely, I would say, would probably be the way to go. Let's go ahead and let's check out this cabin in the backwoods. I'm going to check this out first tonight. We're just going to call it Hills, and we're going to check it out. We're going to see what it looks like. And mind you guys, remember this just came out 7 p.m. last night. So there might be broken stuff. I don't know how much they tested it. They do a pretty good job, I think, as far as, things not being too wonky. There's always some wonky stuff with their movements and whatnot, but I think they usually do a pretty good job. But if it is broken, they're going to have a hot fix. So expect that there's going to be that sort of thing. But if you haven't picked up Heat right now, and you're a single player person, yeah, it would be. This is definitely the time to get it. I don't know if it's on sale or not on Steam. Let me check it out here real quick. And actually, guys, it is on sale right now for $5 on Steam. And I really have no skin in the game, as far as, I mean, there's no affiliate link here or anything like that. But until January 2nd, the Steam winter sale or Christmas sale is going on right now. A lot of stuff's on sale. So, for $5, it's a $5 game now for right now. It's normally a $20 game, so it's a 75% discount. And that coupled with the single player thing might be worth picking up. I mean, for a $5 bill, what are you going to lose, right? $5. I'm not going to get too into this. I'm not going to not going to go too crazy with this. We're going to call this done right now. Just let him be. Yeah, I'm done editing my character. Yep, sure am. We're just going to get into the game because I want to see this. We're not going to play this right now. I'm just going to take a look to see what kind of situation we're in with the single player. And all this stuff is loading up for the first time. Like any game that is loading a whole world, it's going to take a while the very first time to load in. So be aware. You're like, I can't get it to load. Just be patient. It's doing its thing in the background, populating the world with all those assets. All right. Here we are in the middle of the woods. Yep, sure enough. All right, so I've got no property taxes, right? Oh, okay, it's going to take a minute for this to do its thing. Well, I guess I'm going to put it there. There we go. All right, so we got a cauldron. Log stools. House is already made up. What's over here? What's this? Is that... Oh, what's this? It is an outhouse? Ha-ha! Oh, turnip seeds. $100. Torch. Oh, it's a shed. I see. Okay, so I've got a bucket on me. I've got a watering can on me. I've got a water... Oh, look at this. It's already pre-done and everything. Repair bench. A bathing tub. See, a lot of this stuff, they didn't say all this, man. A cheap bench. A wooden bed. Sheepskin rug. Simple wooden table. Timber chair. Iron stove. Comes with a stash container and your bin to order. I'm gonna sit in the tub. I'm in the tub. What is it, B? No, what is it, V? Here I am. Look at that, I'm washing myself. Don't look at me while I'm bathing. Don't look at me while I'm bathing. What are you doing? Yes, it's creepy. I'm washing my clothes while at the same time I'm washing myself. Let's get out of here. All right, so. Oh, look, there's a moose head on the wall, too. All right, so is that everything we got around here? I think so. Where are we, by the way? So, we're like a ways off from Washington, D.C. Oh, we're right next to the lake right here on the right here. I got a lake over here. There's probably bear in here, so you have to be careful. But that's cool. All right, well that's the cabin. And we can, you know what we can do is I can take a look at all of the available homesteads in the next video. That's what we'll do, I think. I think in the next video, guys, we're going to check out all the new homesteads. We're going to, I want you guys to tell me what you think in the comment section. You think this is cool? You think it's not cool? I mean, I'm not talking about Code Hatch themselves because people have their opinion of Code Hatch, but they've done a pretty good job. This is update 17. I've been updating the crap out of this game, and they've been doing a lot of improvements. So I'm happy with it with these guys, although I won't know how happy I am with them until we start doing crops and I'm trying to make some money. But this would save a lot of time, guys. It saves a lot of time. Granted, I mean, it cuts out, half a dozen videos, but that's just the house, man. Having the house and some benches, it's pretty cool. It's pretty decent, man. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, why don't you guys let me know in the comment section what you think as far as whether or not you want to see a whole series on this. I'm gonna go ahead and that's disconcerting there. I'm gonna go ahead and let's just step outside here right quick. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, because I mean, I'm gonna do a video on the homesteads and what they give you, and we're just gonna go through them one by one. Maybe we'll take 2 or 3 minutes in each one, and that'll be like a 20-minute video, probably 25-minute video, 30-minute video to go through them all. And then we'll, yeah, it should be pretty cool. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all enjoyed the update. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do that right now. As I always say, I am my usual me, be your usual you, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.